Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the December 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Welcome, fellow Geminis. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But Gemini, let's go ahead and get into it. Column number 1 is what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2 is any general big messages coming for December. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you, Gemini. But let's get into it. Column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary affirmation card here of clarity. So just that, Gemini, finding out some information, getting clarity in these last few weeks or month. For some of you, it might be more finding out information versus clarity, but take that how it resonates for you. But let's see what messages we've got here. So first up, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of having to make a decision. So anytime we have 2 of something on a card, it is very much so a decision card here, Gemini. So a decision that was made. This could be like a compromise potentially. Again, we got out the information we needed and we had to make a decision based on it. But I don't know that we felt great about either path. So a little bit of feeling of compromise there. The next card that we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very strategic, very intentional, very long-term. So for what it's worth, even though we maybe didn't love the decision in the moment, I feel like it was a good decision for you long-term here for you, Gemini. And at the bottom, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of completing something, finishing something. We also have celebrations potentially happening here. This is a friends and family card as well. So maybe we're out spending some time with friends and family, which I hope is the case. I always love when I see that for you. But let's take a look at clarifiers, see what else I can share here for you, Gemini. The first card we have is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of restrictions. I feel like we were kind of bound in this. Again, this decision feels like a compromise because just neither of the options we were really interested in. You see, we're kind of surrounded by swords here. So I feel like we didn't have a lot of options, or we didn't feel like we had a lot of options here. Again, we were really restricted on what we could do. The next card we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of being a little non-committal. Again, we're not feeling the best about what we decided on. These are also options. You see there's something different in each of these cups. Gemini, we're really looking for other options here. Again, I feel like we've strategically positioned ourselves well, even though we're not really feeling or seeing it yet. At the bottom, we have the World card. The World card is completion here. It's the last card in the Major Arcana, completing a goal, completing a lesson. This pairs so nicely with the Four of Wands. So we have the finish line, getting something done. We have the World card echoing that. I also like to see this kind of end, this wrap-up type energy going towards the end of the year because, we need to be wrapping up 2023, getting ready for 2024. Now, taking a look at our next column, we have just any big messages coming for December. Gemini, we have the Brilliance card. So I love to see this for you. This is such a good reminder of your brilliance, but this is also an indicator that we're going to have a really brilliant December. So a nice, strong end of the year here for you. But let's, take a look at these clarifiers for you. I need to mess with our cards here for just a second. Okay, first up we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords can be a card of restrictions. We were just talking about there at the previous column. So I feel like you're still feeling a little limited, but I don't think you're near as limited as you think you are, Gemini. So don't let your mindset get in the way of something that you want to accomplish. The nice thing with the Eight of Swords, when we have self-imposed restrictions, this is almost like a warning or a heads up so that we can act accordingly. So again, don't let yourself talk or convince yourself that you're limited here. The next card that we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope. I like to see this because, again, you're feeling a little stuck, you're feeling a little hopeless. But I think you're going to start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, see what this really is available to you. So a lot of renewal, a lot of hope here, that ability to kind of see past things. And then we can really kind of lean into some of this brilliance, really start to enjoy the month. But it seems like we feel like we're starting off a little limited, but as we progress, we can see really what's available to us. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. This is a card of using your resources in the right place, your time, your money, your energy, whatever it may be there, Gemini. So being very resourceful with the Queen of Pentacles. Again, we want to stay away from this can't mindset or this limited mindset. More so focus on making sure you're using your resources in the right place at the right time. Taking a look at some clarifiers here for you. Really nice spread of clarifiers. First up, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. We really need this fresh hope, and that was ringing through with the Star card there. So tons and tons of options for you, tons and tons of paths that we can go from here. So really, again, be careful of that limited mindset. When I see the Fool card, the new beginning card, I always tell people to go for it. Go in with 2 feet. Definitely a really brilliant new beginning, but more than anything, it's just lots of options for you, Gemini. The next card we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, some sort of money news for you. That in itself is really going to be inspiring you, but I feel like this new opportunity could really lead to new money for you as well. At the bottom, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very spiritual, very intuitive. We need to keep that energy renewed. We need to keep those vibrations high for you there. But I feel like you know where you need to put your time, your money, and your energy in. So at first, we kind of have blinders on, Gemini, and you're able to take them off, get refocused. Then it's like, then you know where you need to go, where to put your resources. You know what opportunities to go after. Taking a look at our next column now, we have anything related to money. So quick affirmation to start off with. I spend my money wisely. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. Job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Gemini. First up, we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, you could be having some financial worries, some financial concerns. I don't know that you have financial issues, but I feel like there's something that's worrying you. Maybe you have a credit card with a high balance, or you just had a big purchase. So there's a little bit of financial worry. We're going to clarify that though. The next card we have is the Moon card. I do see some changes coming for you. The nice thing with the Moon card, though, is these are voluntary changes, Gemini. So these are decisions you get to make, changes you get to make. We're going to clarify, though, more what those changes are, but I feel like you're in charge. You are making the decisions here. At the bottom, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of skill, quality, craftsmanship. I will say, as we go into the end of the year, I know things are winding down, but somebody is really paying attention to your work still, Gemini. So just take that as a heads up. Make sure you're putting your best foot forward there. But let's see what other information I can give you. First, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card... Again, I feel like we just have been multitasking. Our money's been spread a little thin, so that's caused some angst and worry. It's not bad, though. I feel like we've done a good job of managing, but it's just not exactly what you would like it to be. Perhaps there was a big purchase or a high balance credit card or something that came up, but we, again, had to prioritize. We had to make do with what we had with the Two of Pentacles there. The next card we have is the Page of Swords. There's some sort of information, some sort of truth coming out. Again, we're going to make voluntary changes. So we're going to make either career changes or money changes. It's hard to pinpoint because I think this really varies amongst us, Gemini. The Page of Swords is also like prying eyes or somebody keeping an eye on you. I just mentioned that with the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is definitely watching that work. So make sure you're putting your skill, quality, craftsmanship, that best foot forward there. At the bottom, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect. You're serving yourself well by putting your best work out, Gemini. Okay, looking at our love column now. So quick love message. It says new beginnings. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Gemini. First up, we have the Ace of Pentacles. When I see the Ace of Pentacles card in the money column, so this is a money card in the love column, which is okay when this happens, but this is typically money close to you. So potentially your spouse is getting a new job. There's some new money in the family here for you, Gemini. Potentially you could be moving in with each other though, if you're not already living with your partner. This is like going from one income to two incomes. There is some money movement in terms of love though, is what we're seeing here. The next card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is very nostalgic. I feel like we're reflecting, we're looking back at good times here. Very fitting because again, we're kind of going into the end of the year, getting ready for the new year. I do see us spending time with friends and family, potentially getting reconnected to some people we've been disconnected with the Six of Cups. This is also a gift card, so I feel like you're going to be on the receiving end here, Gemini, which is really neat to see as well. I know we're going into the holiday season, but I think there could be a really nice gift coming for you. At the bottom, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression. This could be somebody passing away. So there is some healing that needs to happen here, Gemini. Potentially some news of a loved one or a friend, or perhaps an animal passing, or illness or something of that sort. So there's some sad news, some healing that we need to process through there. Let's take a look at our clarifiers though, see what other messages we have. First up, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is like Prince or Princess Charming. This is like knight in shining armor, very romantic, very proposal-like. So this money movement is like the ideal, the perfect situation for you. So whether you're moving in together, that's ideal. Your spouse getting a new job, whatever it is, it's the perfect, it's the ideal. So I love to see that. If you're interested in getting in a relationship too, that's a great card for you, Gemini. The Knight of Cups, again, is like Prince or Princess Charming, knight in shining armor, very romantic, very proposal-like, so great for a new relationship, great if you want to get engaged or married. The next card we have is the Judgment card. This is very favorable for you. Again, I feel like you're getting a really nice gift here, so that's great to see, so favorable for you in that sense. Also just nice, it's really beneficial for you to be out enjoying your friends and family. At the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. We have a nice full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing. There's a house in the background. The grass is green, the water's running. The Ten of Cups is everything wonderful, Gemini. This is total love, support, content, happiness. So really great relationship card, great card if you're hoping to have children. All in all, really nice, happy, content time. Again, I feel like there is some healing, some grieving that may be happening here related to a loved one. Okay, moving on now to our fifth and final column, which is a message for our future self or spirit guides. So this is almost like advice for December here, Gemini, but we have the card Stretch, and the Stretch is a pretty literal card. It's about reaching a little further, stretching a little harder, pushing a little harder to accomplish something that we want to accomplish. So keep that kind of stretch, that little extra nudge, that little extra push in mind as we go into December, that little extra reach. But first, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. It's giving or receiving. In order for you to receive what we want, Gemini, again, we just have to do that one little extra step, that one little extra push. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, this is the change. This is the ability for this thing that you want to happen really quickly. We just need that little extra oomph. And at the bottom we have the Emperor. This is you making that move. This is you taking that bold step. The Emperor is that kind of position of power, so that's you pushing forward for that thing that you want here, Gemini. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, this is like needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Again, I feel like we want it just to be given to us, but I don't think that will happen, Gemini. So if you sleep on this, you're not going to get the result that you want. So in order to receive what you want, we really need to go after it. So again, do not sleep on this. We need that little extra push, that little extra reach. The next card we have is the Five of Cups. This is again a card of like grieving, a card of healing. So there's something, we had that Three of Swords, we have the Three of Swords coming up again, and the Five of Cups. So definitely some potential for some healing that needs to happen. But again, if it's something that we want, we have to drive it forward, we have to reach for it. It's not something that we can just sleep on here, Gemini. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the King of Hearts. This is the number 24 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Ace of Spades, number 37 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the Two of Spades, number 34 card. That's going to be a yes there, Gemini. So yes, no, yes there for you. We're also going to be pulling a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of December. You have Moonstone, which is good for feminine energy, devotion. It's very intuitive as well. It kind of helps keep all the crazy nonsense at bay. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck, Gemini. Your healing note says, when we share joy and happiness, we give 2 of the most powerful healing medicines in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates for you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Gemini, and I hope you have a wonderful end of the year and December.